You understand what I mean? If you were going to do this one more time, what would you do differently? And you write it down on the top of the envelope. And get 1 minute from now. Stop. So, what did you write down? You should save one piece of paper for the farmhouse. What did you write?
I wrote that I need to make my logo more abstract and not trying to make it look like in real life.
Okay.
Because I have a very short time frame.
You put too much effort in details the first time. Okay. Did you write?
Try to understand the requirements.
So maybe after the prioritization, you should have said, I want 1 more minute for prioritization. I want to ask Ulmatona what he really wants, or something like that, the next time actually. Yeah, so then you really learned something that's useful. Okay? And then we have the 4th mode, which is good free play. And now we're going to sing a song that I wrote. No, I just kidding. We're going to sing a song, so if everybody can stand up. I didn't write this song. It's called Head and Shoulder, Knees and Toes. Do you know it?
Yes.
For my farm, so if you just close.
Are you ready? Head and shoulder, knees and toes. Head and shoulder, knees and toes. Thank you.
Okay, perfect.
Did anyone think about the form while they were singing? So this was a really good free play. You didn't think about your last activity and not about the next activity. You just had some fun. Or maybe you didn't, but at least you sang. And then the 5th mode is background thinking. It's going on. What's beeping?
One is dying.
Okay, so the 5th move was background thinking, and it was going on all the time. And maybe you came up with something. Something came up in your head during this period while you were focusing and planning and everything that didn't have anything with this lesson to do. Maybe you thought about what to eat for dinner tonight or what you would do tomorrow or something else that you asked yourself unconsciously in present time, in past time. Okay, I live in a suburb of Stockholm and I'm a freelancer in software development. So I work at different companies, I help different companies. And usually I go, almost every day, I go by bus to downtown from my suburb. and it's the same procedure every morning. I go to the bus station, which is like 50 meters from my house. 50 meters from my house, not 50 minutes. 50 meters from my house, and there I wait on the bus. And the bus comes, and I step on the bus, and I take my book, not the book that I wrote, but some book that I'm reading. It's always a non-fiction book about programming or processes or something like that. And then I focus on the book, and the bus ride takes about 25 minutes. And when I come to downtown, it's the end station, so the bus driver turn off the light and everything, so I know I have to step off the bus. But sometimes there's traffic jam, and then always the same thing happens, that after about 25 minutes, I look up like this, and look around, and I say, oh no, this is Skurubron. And then I look down and try to focus, and it takes maybe 1 minute to 2 minutes before I can continue. And then I read again until we come there. And there's no time and place where I focus so good as on these bus rides. Because I can't do anything but reading there. Because I don't know anyone, I can't get a cup of coffee. I can use internet in my mobile phone, but I usually don't do that during this bus ride. But most of the things that interrupt me normally, they are not available in the bus. So I want to show you something. Can you come here? Do you know this game called Uno?
I've heard about it.
Yeah? Yeah. You're going to do something. Yes, fix this. You're going to count these cards for 25 seconds. And you should count as many as possible.
Loud or?
Loud, exactly. You don't have to scream, but you have to speak up so I can hear you, like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that.
Sure.
You understand?
Easy enough.
Yeah? And you should count as many as possible in 25 seconds when I say start. Are you ready? Okay. Start.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 45, 46, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 34, 45, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41.
Stop. 41.
Yeah.
Yeah?
50.
51.
51. 51.
Yeah.
Can I have the cards?
Point.
I need to shuffle them. Now, you're going to do the same thing, and you should try to break your record.
No way.
Of
Can I count in Russian?
No, because you counted in English the first time, so you have to count in English this time as well. It should be easy, because now you practice it once. So. Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Start.
1, 2, 3,
wait.
4.
You live here in Gothenburg?
Yeah.
Yeah? Where?
Is it time going?
Yeah. What's the street you live in? What's the street? Stop. Oh. 40. 37. That's not a very good number, 37.
No.
You have 51 the first time. How could that come?
Make you shuffle them wrong.
So, what happened? Why would they get 51 the first time, and when you had practicing, you got to 37?
You make
Because
him
you
lost
were
his
studying.
concentration.
I made it lost.
You make him lost his concentration by asking the unrelated questions.
Yeah. So I disturbed him.
Yeah.
I interrupted him.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. A little bit. So grandmother's father. He was called Max Presch. He lived in Germany about 100 years ago, and he had a factory there. They made clothes, and he was quite successful. And he had a saying, something that he followed all his life, and it was, you can't dance on 2 weddings with 1 rear end. You understand? You can't dance on 2 weddings with 1 rear end. And if you think about it, now that you practice this focusing thing and so, it was quite before his time, because this was 100 years ago. Often when you think about time, or often when you talk about time, you talk about it in 2 different ways. One way is like a duration, a distance between 2 points in time. So from some time to another time. And especially if this is in the future, there's something that is not predictable about it. So if someone asks you, how long time will this take? And you say, it will take 2 weeks. And he says, 2 weeks? And you say, well, 1 week. Then you're trying to predict something that you don't know how long time it will take. Or maybe at the shopping mall, and you look at the clock and say, oh, I've been there for 2 hours, and my bus leaves in 20 minutes, I need to hurry. Or you're trying to complete something, and you're completed like 70%, but you only have 1 hour left. And this unpredictiveness of thinking about the future and duration of time creates anxiousness, and the anxiousness is bad for the productivity, as we should see later on in this lecture. And the other way of thinking of time is when you think about events that are non-overlapping, that come after each other. So hen number 1 lay egg number 2, and egg number 2 becomes hen number 3, and hen number 3 lays egg number 4, etc. These events are non-overlapping, but they can be like 1 year or 1 second or 1 hour or whatever, but they come after each other. And it's much easier to think about activities in this way, because you're doing something, you're focusing on something until it ends, and then you will do something else. It's not like you have to complete this in a time which you don't know if you can manage.
So basically you're saying that there's no such thing as multitasking.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I'm saying that right now, but
that's what you imply, yeah?
Sorry?
That's what you imply. Like,
yeah.
So you don't think there's multitasking? A person can't multitask?
Can you explain how you relate it to this particular story?
Well, if you just, not about the hens and the eggs, but
okay.
if you do something,
yeah.
You do one thing at a time. You can't do more things at the same time.
Maybe you can do more than one thing at a time, but usually they're not the same type of things that you're doing at the same time. So for example, you can walk and you can talk at the same time, but you can't focus on 2 things at the same time. You can solve 2 problems concurrently.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. You just said in the very beginning of the lecture that you can consciously one thing and unconsciously.
Exactly, but not focusing.
Okay.
But you can have background thinking at the same time.
When singer sings, he also plays the music. So he's doing the both thing and concentration on both. His singing is not disturbing and his guitar. So he's doing this.
I think that he learned to play guitar so well, so he doesn't have to focus on the guitar playing at the same time that he's singing or listening to the rhythm or whatever.
It means if I did one thing practice very much, so I can do the other thing.
Exactly. Then it becomes like an now what's the word? I'll come back to that later on. In a few slides, I'll come back to that. Okay, so if we leave that if multitasking exists or not, I'm suggesting that when you focus, you will be more successful if you focus on one thing at a time.